In the spirit of AFCON, welcome you on the show. Sports updates on Trust TV. Adini Ajishafe. We saw their games played. Angola doing so well, qualifying. They'll be facing Nigeria on Friday, and hopefully Nigeria will triumph because Eagles right now are beginning to fly. Let's hope so. Now we'll be having running through some stories trending in the world of sports with Olawale Peters in the studio. Good to have you.
Thank you, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be back to studio.
Okay, good one. Let's start with the story, although not too good one, because a former Nigerian tennis player who actually played for Nigeria and also representing Africa in some competition then was actually found walking around over there in eastern part of Nigeria, and she was found, although we're happy that Anambra State government quickly took her in, and now the Minister of Sport, Owan Eno, says that they will wade in to make sure they get her rehabilitated. Sport Minister weighs in to rehabilitate former African tennis champion Chanya Okpala. Okpala was found moving around, and then she was a bit, seems to be sounding a bit off key. And right now, she has been taken in by Anambra State government, while the federal government, through Ministry of Sport Development, they will take over her health issues and also find a way to get her rehabilitated. Good one coming from Ministry of Sport, Minister of Sport there.
I think a good one from the ministry, a good one from the state government also. However, I think we don't need to wait until we are into this situation before we think of what to do to our past heroes. We don't need to do that. I think the NFF, their welfare department, they have to do more as the way they are concentrating on the existing players also, existing sportsmen and women. They should also be looking out for those that have done this country proud and they are in need of one thing or the other. It doesn't need to get into this situation before we start coming in. A good one, I understand, they've done the best they could do, but their way, you have to be, at times, you have to be proactive, not reactive. You have to be proactive to know what happens to her doesn't happen today. This is something that's been happening for the past 1 or 2 years from the story we heard, that up to the level that they have to even take a daughter away from her, isolate her from the family. At that point, they should have quickly come in, not when it became viral, so they're not trying to do save my face and what have you. A good one, but I think more still need to be done so that issue like this can be tackled as and when due.
Chanya Okpala, former Nigerian tennis player right now, has been taken in by Anambra State government to be taken over by Federal Ministry of Sport Development concerning her rehabilitation because she was found not to be of a sound mind. And this lady shouldn't just be on the streets. A lot of Nigerians are quickly let the story went viral, and she has been taken in. Hopefully, she will regain her senses and also get the right medical help from all the angles where it will be coming from. Well, from that particular story, we digress a bit. Let's go straight to football. AFCON is still in the air till February 11 before it will be ending. But now we talk about Eagles. Eagles will be playing against Angola on Friday. And from the way it is, the coach Peseiro, is already talking that Eagles just have to do better. We must play better. We must do better. We must not be complacent. Any word they want to use, all they need to do, just be better.
I like what he said. The Eagles have to be better. Not that he has to be better because he has nothing to offer. That's what it means. As far as I'm concerned. Honestly, I'll continue to eat Peseiro until he proves to us that he's capable of doing it. Take it or leave it. Whatever we've achieved so far, I'll give it to the players. Then against Angola, I think we need to take it with all seriousness. And if you look at the head-to-head between Nigeria and Angola, we've met 10 times. We won 3 times, they won twice, and we drew 5 times. So it's a very close call. So it's not that we've won them outrightly. So it's going to be very, very interesting match to watch. Then number 2, I think I saw something different in the Eagles' statistic against Cameroon. And I've never seen that since Peseiro joined the Super Eagles as a coach. For us to switch formation in the middle of the game, it has never happened. So I don't know. I'm not speaking for Finidi George and Co, the assistant. Maybe they're the one that did the work, but I don't think it's the work of Peseiro because he has never done that. What do I mean? I would play 2 formation for those that understand sport and football very well. When we're in possession, what we would actually play is we play 3-4-2-1. when we're in possession. So that means when we are attacking, we play 3-4-2-1. The three people at the back, Calvin Bassey, Ekong, and Samuel Ajayi, they stay there. Then Seydou and Olaina, they work from the flank to support Frank and Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon. They operate from the flank. So that means we are putting pressure. That's why most of our goals came from the flanks, because we have 4 agile players operating from the flank. Moses Simon, Ademola Lookman, Seydou, and Olaina. So they operate from the flank. So when we are in possession, we play 3-4-2-1. But when we are out of possession, we withdrew back to 5-4-1.
So that's something that is not common.
No, it's not common. It has never happened before. So you see the likes of Olaina and Seydou
falling back instantly.
They fall back to support the 3 central defenders. But when we are attacking, you see 2 of them going up front to support the attacker. So that has never happened before, but that happens against Cameroon, a very good statistic. However, we need to do more of playing from the midfield. Most of our games have been from the flank based on this formation. And if you have an opponent that they really knows and they understand the game very well, what they need to do is just block you from operating from the flank. And when that happens, you have a problem. We've never scored a goal from an open field since we started this competition. No open field goal from us. So that we seriously need. We don't need to be waiting for counter-attack before we respond. And don't forget the Angolan team also, they are very strong, very energetic, and they have pace also. So that is what we need to work in. If we work into that, I think Angola will not be a problem for us.
But seriously, Eagles, they just have to up their antics, because Angola now, if you recall, a lot of Nigerians are also already commenting concerning 2006 World Cup. They were the one that actually stopped us. Yes. That match that was taken to Kano, and we played 1-0 draw. And it was a painful one, because a lot of Nigerians were hoping that we'd be to make that World Cup. We couldn't go, and it was so painful that the Palancas Negras of Angola got that particular slot. And now we are meeting again. And already I saw a lot of story going around that they've been promised this, they've been promised. They're talking about Angolans now. So many things, the goodies they will get if they are able to beat Nigeria. And I recall one particular song that you actually forwarded to me, one Cameroonian, that made a song that they were going to defeat us. After Nigeria, one Nigerian rapper replied him. I just hope that the way the Angolas are taking this matter, that they will defeat Nigeria. I just hope that Eagles will be able to come out and show to them that beating Cameroon wasn't a fluke. Beating Cote d'Ivoire wasn't a fluke.
That is what we need to do. We need to make that statement at this particular point in time. And our match against Angola, we need to go all out. Defensively, I don't have a problem. Currently now, we are having the best defensive record in AFCON. 4 matches, 3 clean sheets. We only conceded 1 goal. It's only Senegal that had the same. But yesterday they're out of the competition, so they considered 2 goals. They considered 1 during the group stages from the 3 matches they played, and they considered 1 yesterday. So that means they considered 2 goals in 4 matches, unlike us, that we considered 1 goal in 4 matches. Then also if you look at Mali and Morocco, also they are still in the game. They are playing today. They also considered only 1 goal each in the group stages. So that means defensively, we are not doing very bad, and that gives me comfort. But what we need to do is to be clinical up front today, not to waste time, not to waste chances, and not to be selfish that I want to be the one to score. If you can put this into practice, whatever they promise them, even the people that promise them, they promise them because they know that it is not achievable for them to do. So they want whatever they promise them to come back to their own pocket. And on a lighter note, we are very good when it comes to revenge, when it comes to football in this country. What Cameroon did to us in Lagos, Victor Ekpeba goal.
Nigeria 2000.
In front of our own fans, in our own homes. After that match, we've met 3 times consecutively. And we are meeting them at either the quarterfinal or round of 16.
In AFCON.
In AFCON, and we are defeating them.
And the pain that, how come? It's as if...
So the same thing against Angola, the squad, the Super Eagles, they should try and remember what the Angolan did to us in Kano, in our own home, stopping us from going to the World Cup. I'm very confident in the players, in the boys, because they know what is at stake. They know what we are going through in the country economically. The only thing that giving us something to smile, to be happy about, that you can even trek from here 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers, jubilating, is the game of football. So I'm sure on Friday they're going to bless us by winning the match against Angola and getting to the semi-final. Hopefully,
Eagles will actually fly over the Pelancas Negras of Angola on Friday. That match will be coming up in the quarterfinals. Nigerians can't wait. After all, they flew over the likes of Cameroon, Cote d'Ivoire before, and they just have to do it because a lot is at stake concerning that game. Angola, they were the one that picked the ticket in 2006, and that is not forgotten in a hurry. In fact, let me take you back. You remember the match that the late Samuel Okwaragi died. That was the same. We were playing against Angola. It was the same game in 1989. I still remember that particular match when he died. So Angola seems to be we have a lot of grudge against Angola.
We'll give it back to them this time around. We showed them that the difference between the tongue and the nose may be very small, but no matter how tongue try, it will never reach the nose. We showed them that on Friday. We should do less talking. We should do less of talking. We should do less of bragging. We should just come out after the match to show them like we did for Cameroon. Because if you went to to Twitter, to X, if you go to social media, the combination of Cameroon and Ghana
against
Nigeria is like we are against the world. But after the match, we silent them.
That rapper said they're no reach, we're better. Seriously, after that musician made that song, I'm sure anywhere he is now, he's licking his wounds. If I had known, I should have released this particular.
It's rare for him to lick his wounds.
Maybe that's the last album he ever released. That's why I show some banter in the studio concerning that game. Nigeria versus Angola Friday. That will be a match that Nigerians are waiting to see. If they can do it against the Pelancas Negras, we'll be very happy. At least let's make some records straight that we don't talk much, but we do the business on the pitch. Eagles versus Negras there. Now, talking about AFCON, matches will be coming up very soon. Let's look at the games that will be coming up. The first game is going to be between Mali and Burkina Faso. Morocco, South Africa will be coming up later. But looking at this, Mali, Burkina Faso, as of yesterday, diplomatically, they all agree that they are leaving ECOWAS. But they'll be facing themselves today. Can you beat this?
And that reminds me of USA 94, when Iran and USA,
they have to face
themselves and play together. And they play together. So that's one good thing about football. And it brings sportsmanship in you. Let's see what both of them will do today. And we're having two nations that they've never won the competition before. That's Mali and Burkina Faso. They've been trying to get there, and they've been improving on the competition basis. So let's see what will happen. But either way, one of them will have to go back home. One will remain in the competition. So I think the Burkina Faso, they are more composed, they are more compact, and they are more aggressive than the Malian team. But this is quarterfinal. Anything can still happen. This is not a situation of, if I didn't win to this match, I have opportunity of tomorrow.
No mathematics now.
No mathematics this time around. The mathematics is you have to win. Regular time, 90 minutes. If you don't, we'll give you 30 minutes again. Slug it out. If you don't, they'll come to penalty.
Even if penalty is 100, you play it.
I recall
somebody
in Premier League, there was a time that Chelsea and Norwich, they played a penalty up to 40 penalties. It's still the highest penalty
play so far in football.
40 penalties in FA Cup between Norwich and Chelsea. So that means someone must win. If you don't win, you continue playing. Therefore,
South Africa,
Morocco, and we're having two nations also that they both won it before. South Africa have won it once. That was when they hosted it in 1996, and they won it.
They were lucky that we didn't attend.
Well, we were sanctioned that time.
I said they were lucky because we were supposed to be the defending champion.
But look at what happened to Senegal. The fact that you're the defending champion doesn't mean you are coming to take the trophy.
And that was 1996. I'm not going to agree for this.
Actually, 1996 we had the best team because that was when we won it in Tunis. 1994, we went to World Cup also, USA 94.
That energy was, in fact, the passion was there.
Also, we won the Olympic medal. Also, definitely, I agree with 100%. If you had gone there, we would be the team to beat. But unfortunately, we couldn't go there. So we're going to see a very good, interesting match between
Morocco and South Africa.
And South Africa. And don't forget, and currently now, Morocco, they are the only North African team left in this competition.
And a lot of people are like wishing, hoping that South Africa will beat Morocco. A lot of, because
so that the dominance of North African
will actually drop.
Actually drop. Well, if you look at it for the last 2-3 editions, no North African have won it. Senegal have done it also. So I don't think they are dominating. But if you are talking about the local league, the African league, take it or leave it, they'll continue to dominate until you do what they are doing. What did they do? They have infrastructure. They are taking it as a sport. So they have what it takes to do that. But tonight, I see a very good match between Morocco and South Africa. Whoever is going to win it, I don't have a problem with it because they are not going to be a threat to Super Eagles if you are meeting them in the future. But I see Morocco winning tonight because if you look at what they did, their performance at the World Cup, they did very well. They made African proud. In fact, because of their performance, the slot of African has increased and they broke the record that everybody has been looking out for, being the first African team to get to the semi-final. So based on that, I think it will be a tough match, but I see them overcoming the South Africans.
Okay, let me take it on you like this. Mali, Burkina Faso, what are you expecting scoreline?
Okay, and I see Burkina Faso winning, and when it gets to quarterfinal, round of 16, you hardly see 3, 4, 5 plenty goals.
1-0, 2-1.
1-0, 2-1. So I see Burkina Faso winning 2-1.
Morocco, South Africa?
2-0.
In favor of Atlas Lion?
Yeah, Atlas Lion.
Okay, even though you've said yours, you know, football can be so funny and dicey. Like they say, it's a biscuit, anything can happen, you can cut from anywhere. As at this time yesterday, no one believed that Cote d'Ivoire would fight back. They did. A lot of people were tipping Senegal to win because of the fact that they are defending champions, they've been beating everyone, and they actually had 100% record of doing so well. Alas, it never happened. Well, Cote d'Ivoire did it. So who knows? Maybe the Bafana will turn this around and actually pursue the Atlas Lions back to Morocco. Let's see what happens in that game. Burkina Faso, Mali, another big man. The two teams are equal task. Let's see what happens. Maybe their diplomatic ties will actually break this time around against ECOWAS. Well, it's a way you sport into politics. And in fact, every day of our life, we feel sport in everything we do. Like I always say that whatever you study, you can use to work in sport. Well, while we're talking about AFCON, let's digress a bit. Let's talk about Premier League. Fixtures coming up. A lot of matches will be coming up today. We look at Nottingham Forest against Arsenal, Fulham, Everton, Luton Town against Brighton, Sheffield United play away to Crystal Palace, and Aston Villa at the Villa Park. Who wins this battle between them and Newcastle? Nottingham Forest, Arsenal, big match.
Okay, and to me, I don't think it's a big match. And for now, Arsenal, they really need to pick their form again, and it's not a match for them to draw at all. During this match, it means they are expanding the point between them and the likes of Liverpool and Manchester City, which will be very, very injurious to their title race. So I see them winning tonight convincingly, because Nottingham Forest, they are not really that compact, not that good. But when you are playing at home in Premier League, you have the support, you have the crowd behind you.
Okay, let's do it this way. Let's go back to our fixtures again, talking about the EPL there, Premier League fixtures. As I just called it, just give us the scoreline you wish for. Nottingham Forest, Arsenal.
Arsenal is going to win the scoreline 3-1. 3-1
Arsenal. Let's hope that will actually turn to be Octopus or Lally Peters there. Fulham, Everton, big match.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting match, and Everton, because of the 13 points they got deducted because of the issue they have, they are doing everything to swim above the relegation. Then Fulham also a very good team that they are only good when they are playing a derby match against Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham. But when they are playing opponents, it's always difficult for them. So probably I see a draw between Fulham.
A draw, a plain draw or numbers draw? Like
no, numbers draw.
Okay. Luton Town, Brighton.
Okay, I see Luton Town springing surprise this time around, giving it to Brighton. Brighton is not the team that we saw last season or season before. This season, I think they've really gone to sleep. So I see Luton Town bringing out a surprise tonight, winning the match.
Let's see, maybe they will at least have the chance. How about Tony? Let's see what will be happening there. Crystal Palace, Sheffield United.
Okay, it's going to be an interesting match also. A London club playing against Sheffield United. So I see them playing draw.
A draw there. Why at the Villa Park? Between Newcastle and Aston Villa.
Yeah, it has been difficult for anybody to go to Villa Park and get
a
win from them, and they are seriously pushing and competing for top 4. And if you see where they stand right now, they have a very good home record. While if you look at Newcastle United, they've been very poor defensively, and I don't know what happens to them. Probably they're having wear and tear because of them playing in Europe. So I give it to Aston Villa to win tonight's match.
Okay, good one there. Quickly, let's run through some women's Champions League fixtures before we talk about just one transfer, and then we'll wrap it up. Looking at the women's Champions League fixtures, games will be on tonight. Let's look at those fixtures. Ajax women against Roma Feminine, Bayern Munich ladies against PSG Feminines, and other one in Group D. We look at Paris women, and they'll be playing. Talking about the second fixtures there in the Women's Champions League, Paris FC Feminines against Chelsea women. Hacking women will take on Real Madrid Femenino in those games that will be coming up today. But before we go, let's take a look at this particular transfer story. Girona, Fulham, Everton join race for Frank Onyeka of Brentford. Onyeka has been in good form over there in AFCON, over there in Abidjan. But right now, three clubs are gunning for him.
Yeah, this is what I call window shopping. So they'll be coming, but the question is Brentford, are they ready to let him go? Do they have his replacement? Then him also as a player, is he better off in Brentford where he's having a regular playing time to improve himself, or he has to go to a club like Everton or Fulham that he has to prove himself before he starts making first level? To me, I think it's far better off where he is currently.
He should just stay in Brentford.
Brentford.
Well, just to let you know that those clubs are actually gunning for Nigerian star Frank Onyeka there. That will be it on the show. Sports update. Hopefully, Eagles will fly against Angola on Friday. Olalep actually mentioned that some matches tonight. We're expecting maybe Arsenal to win. Let's see what happens. Mali, Burkina Faso. Not forgetting Morocco versus South Africa. That's it. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you so much, Adene, for having me. And why is it that it's only Arsenal that you are praying and hoping to win tonight? What about what about Fulham?
I mentioned Mali and Burkina Faso.
No, that one is AFCON. I'm talking about Premier League. So I wish you the best.
Oh my goodness. It just will always be a Thanks for having us on the show. We have to go now. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Good. We really appreciate you for staying with us on the show. Thanks once again.